Did you need something else?
Yeah? No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk trooper on the strip, but not from me. The Legion doesn't have super mutants. That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence. A couple of...
Yeah? You must be mistaken. I haven't filed any report like that. Trained death claws? I would have remembered that. If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of crap. I won't have my name attached to a clerical error. Yeah, it's a damn shame. There was a lot of talk about expelling her from the Rangers, especially once the gambling and drinking started. Being posted here...
Morning.
Welcome back. I knew it. Every one of the false reports was signed off by Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. But why would the Chief manipulate the reports? I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it. I don't want to make this public unless we have to.
Hey.
If you're looking for supplies, I'll make this. But something to... Things are still pretty damn... So, the Major has you running errands for him. Well, we're short on personnel as well as supplies, so we'll... The Major let me send out some troops to gather supplies, but unfortunately they never returned. You can help by finding the troops and assisting them in bringing back any supply. I sent them to Helios 1 to see if they had any supplies they could spare. They gotta be somewhere between here and there. I'd try searching the main road or checking with the men at Helios 1 to see if they know anything. Of course it's dangerous. Hell, my men probably got ambushed by a raiding party. What do you want? What you want, Holmes? We don't talk. Oh, whatever. What do you want to know? Now the Rangers use the old resort, and we grunts get to live in tents. Fuck it.
You've done an excellent job ingratiating yourself to the top brass.
Nice job out there.
Don't tell the troopers, but the grub here is way better than the mess tent.
We won't go quietly.
Back west, you don't. We know, but if you the Maha. Interesting that she would rank, but I suppose you're. I don't know, Technical Sergeant Reyes, but coordinating intel can be. Heck, I get confused. That's not to say Reyes is wrong. Well, the logical thing to do is to check with the patrol rangers and comm officers. Different people see different things. It's a simple system. Comm rangers send the intel. Then I or one of the other rangers on duty Comm rangers might have an incomplete picture of the situation. There's a lot going on out there. Intel needs to be coordinated through golf. Troopers have enough to deal with. This Legion Fire, Caesar. You've come back to see the chief. The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, like a lot of the followers he went out in the wilderness with. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be. Except with books and medicine instead of guns. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots. Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, and he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until the Hoover Dam. Yes and no. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went. It's not that clear cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyway. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from some folks. It's no secret we're stretched thin in the long ends. It's complicated. Goes way back. He accepted that, but took the most experienced ones and sent them south. Patrol rangers are good men and women, but we're about to fight a war. You've seen it yourself. Some of them don't even... Our heavy infantry, power armor units, they're back in NCR territory. Brahmin Barons only have 1 vote at the ballot box, but they have a lot of money to throw around. They got some camps on the eastern shore. Some folks, you don't... No. A deaconess named Dead Sea took the place. I could tell you... If you want... It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost 1 woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. The men looked at each other, looked at us. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 rangers on the way out. 10 rangers, well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times. In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and Joshua Graham, Caesar. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to... Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with... But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from... That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We'd packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were... The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed him. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was left. You've come back to see the... Hold on. Don't worry. Not much bite left in this old dog.
Hello. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey, no matter what the boys and ladies out there say. You have you? Misdirection. When you're pinned down, outnumbered, and 2 days from any help, it's just about the best friend you can have. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. I know what it's like to want to fight for your home, but this isn't it. People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, Brahmin barons, folks who are just trying to make it from day to day. It's been so many years that people forget about it. Conscription brings in fresh troops to die here every month, like it's routine. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Are we going to send the NCR's men and women to die here for another 5 years? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Holding this dam. Creating fear and instability among the troopers without causing harm. It's the only thing I could think of to shake things up. It took some people getting killed to realize I'd gone too far. It's never gonna end, this fight with Caesar. People back home don't know what these young men and women are in for. The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't stop Caesar here, more than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do stop him, I don't see how we're ever gonna be able to pull out. We're fighting on their behalf, but Mr. House and the families are stringing us up inch by inch. They'll drain us dry while we fight and die over this dam. We offered them. Troopers and rangers have been dying here for more than 5 years while the families sit pretty behind that damn wall. First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. But that might not... Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon. Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't have enough firepower to hold that spot. If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam, Oliver and the center are ruined. Rangers are volunteers. Every man and woman who signs up is willing to die for the NCR, myself included. A lot of this is my fault. It's only right that I stand with them. Maybe 50 Rangers will die on that dam. We lose over 1,000 troopers every year. Being here is crazy. Getting out's the only sane thing to do. Fair enough. You want to do this the right way, go get one of the Rangers. Don't worry, I'm not going to run out on you.
Hard to believe this place used to be a luxury resort, huh?
Hey, welcome aboard.
We can monitor Ranger activity all through the region with the systems here.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Oh, hell. Mostly drill. It's not the easy. Still. Disappointed. We call them the misfits for the squad. I'm going to... You're welcome to try. Hell. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, welcome aboard.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
You're really not supposed to be...
Hey, did you need something else?
You've done an... That seems highly... This is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of media. And how would you propose... Company readiness reports are logged on the computer systems at the resort. Such an attempt, however, is likely to thwart efforts to motivate the squad to do actual work. If such is your... As you...
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
We can monitor Ranger activity all through the region with the systems here. That shot came from the chief's office. Why did you do it? You should talk to Chief Hanlon if you have any questions. He's usually up on the balcony.
What is it? Yeah, they were here a while ago. Gave them all I could, which wasn't much. I've seen soldiers get us. If you're trying to track them down, we put a GPS marker in the supply.
won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I still don't have any supplies. I take it my men were dead. Thanks for finding these.
Stay out of trouble. We have enough problems here.
Evening.
We're kind of busy around here for social... I heard. The extra supplies will help for... With all the Legion raids lately, we're running low on troops that... I want you to check in with Dr. Richards and see if... There's my little buttercup. With business booming like it is, and considering I'm the only person with medical do you have any... Excellent. As you can see, we have a lot of injured troopers here, and I haven't had time to look at... Since you have some medical Hey. There's my little buttercup. What can I...
Howdy, great to see you. To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human... That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other. That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am.
Hey. You've done an excellent...
What you want, Holmes? Ain't much to tell. Yeah, not many people have. Shit, man, it was this or the Fiend. At least this way the badasses... Like I said, you... My man Jack at Red Rock Canyon got the goods. But listen, once you get folks dosed on Psycho, ain't a lot of room for much. So if you got any other plans for bulking up the Misfits crew, might want to see about them first.
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself... Yeah, what about it? I told you we need marksmanship and Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. I doubt they'll want to be... You're the... We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Patrolling the Mojave.
We won't go quiet.
Okay, everybody's lined up.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Hey.
There's my little buttercup. What can... I store a variety of drugs. Excessive use causes dilated eyes and increased heart rate and blood. Locked in a cabinet here in the medical tent. I remember coming in one morning and noticing I thought it might have been a mistake. The camp is pretty dead at night, especially at 0200 hours when the guard shift changes. That'd be a good place to...
Oh, what are you doing here? I'm not sneaking. We're all gonna die out here. We're all...
There's my little buttercup. What can I do for you? Is that so? I'll...
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control. What else? I'm in charge. This whole... Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying? There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you? Well, hey, if you find it needs to go... Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a rep... Fuck. No. Over there. That big no... It was easy. They asked me if... They...
It's unusual to see a new face. I see. Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group? Very well. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. That's reassuring. Although many who've... But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. Take care of what...